I've been thinking quite a lot recently about language, particularly how the words that we use, the vocabulary that we choose to implement, can completely shift how we come across. And it's got a lot of power, which can be used in really good ways and also really unhelpful ways. This is particularly relevant though when it comes to sharing and communicating expertise. Whether you're studying a particular subject, looking to move into a new line of work, start a new business, the choice of words that you use and your ability to communicate at a certain level within a particular field will make or break how well you come across. In order to play in that arena, you have to learn to speak the language. Why is that? Well, ultimately, there's this idea that expertise is primarily communicated and recognized by the language that people use. Our knowledge of the right lingo, the right terms to use, is a really good indicator of whether or not we know what we're talking about. There are two implications to this that I just want to talk about really briefly. The first one is that we should all try to master the language of the world that we are trying to walk in, the world that we want to be walking in. When we master the language, it allows us to communicate at a whole new level with different kinds of people, to communicate trust, and ultimately to open up the doors that we need to get through to let us learn more and more as we grow and deepen our expertise. But the second implication to this whole thing is that ultimately it can be used in a negative way. And so we have to learn to be aware of that. Anybody around us could also be using the right language to completely fake it. Language is a superpower, and therefore fluency in that language can fool people. Just because someone can chat well, it doesn't mean at all that they actually know what they're talking about. And so it's just a quick one today, but want to just encourage you all to learn to communicate better in the particular area that you're trying to grow into, but at the same time be more and more aware of people around you, particularly as you're journeying and getting better at whatever it is you do. Be aware that people around you that might be just a little bit smoother in the way they talk can convince people they're really good at something, even if they really have no idea what they're doing.